She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking about how I knew I was pregnant before I took a pregnancy test and what are the early symptoms and signs to look out for. Okay, so how should I even start this video off? Basically, I found out I was pregnant in November of 2019. Not sure if I can find the photo, but I'll try and find the photo of where I had just taken the photo after I had peed on the stick and it came up with 2 lines saying I was pregnant. So basically, I took that pregnancy test at 5:30 in the morning, and when I took it and it came out positive, I was like shocked, but also I wasn't too shocked because I kind of already knew I was pregnant because of the way my body was, how my mood was changing. There was just all these things that tied into how I knew I was pregnant before I even took the pregnancy test. So the reason of how I knew I was pregnant before I actually took the pregnancy test, there were a few things that played out, and these were the early symptoms and signs that I had which led me to believe that I was pregnant. So one of the early symptoms I had is I was very hormonal. Like my mood, my behavior, everything was just heightened. So like when I was sad, I was really fucking sad. And when I was happy, I was really happy. So in saying that, I was definitely a lot more sad, or emotional, I should say, than I was kind of happy. I would cry at the most stupid things. I remember one time, me and my partner were sitting on the lounge. We were watching the news. It wasn't even sad. They were talking about the weather, and I started crying. I don't even know why I started crying. I was just like, oh, I'm so sick of it being cold, or whatever it was. Maybe it was hot. I'm so sick of it being hot. Like, it was just like, I don't know. It was something. I was just blubbering like a baby, you know what I mean? I remember my partner saying to me, if you're not pregnant, then there's something seriously wrong with you, because you are literally, like, the past week have been an emotional mess. And I knew myself. I was like, this is not me. I don't even act like this when I'm on my periods. Like, what the fuck's wrong with me? Who cries at the weather? Like, bitch, you're pregnant. I know you're pregnant. Anyway, so that was one of the early symptoms or signs I had. So the second sign or symptom I had was my bloody boobs were so sore. Like, honestly, they were really veiny. They were like really veiny, and it was like the veins were really dark. You know, you see yourself in the mirror all the time. So I was like, my boobs don't normally look like this. Why do they look so veiny? And honestly, I could just like touch them and they would be sore. So that was just like another sign of like, you know, girlfriend, you're pregnant. Another symptom I got, symptom? How come I have such trouble pronouncing that word? Symptom. Another sign I got was that in my lower stomach, or like my lower belly, I would get cramping, and I do get cramping when I get my periods, but I only get like a little bit of cramping, whereas this cramping was like happening every single day. I was kind of like, this is weird, like that's not normal for me. Pretty much those were like the 3 main signs I had as to why I just knew I was pregnant. But you just get to know your body. Like, you just know when something's off or when something's not right. And that was just me. You know, I just knew, I could feel it in my waters. Something was just not right. Turns out I was correct. I was pregnant. I'll show you some photos on the screen here of me with my big fat pregnant belly. I'll also show you some photos here of my beautiful daughter. Oh, I love it so much. So some other signs to look out for, which I've also heard that you can get, is like going to the toilet quite frequently. That did happen for me, but it didn't happen as my early symptoms. That happened as I was actually like getting heavier and more pregnant in like my 2nd trimester. When my 3rd trimester hit, girlfriend, that toilet became my best friend. I could not stop peeing. And I was also working at the time, and the toilets were upstairs. So every 5 minutes I was running up and down the stairs to go to the bloody toilet at work. What a bloody shit show. However, I wasn't shitting, I was peeing. To be honest, I feel like they're the main ones to look out for, which is really annoying because I know it's really similar to your periods. I guess you kind of just know your own body. You know when something's off, when something's not right. I would say they are like the main signs to look out for. Going to the toilet heaps, getting cramps in your lower tummy. Oh, another one. Lower back pain. I got really bad lower back pain. I got lower back pain as an early symptom, but when I actually was in my 3rd trimester, my lower back pain, I was not living for that. It was so painful. And my baby ended up being, what's that word? Posterior or something where they're like leaning on your back near your spine. My baby ended up doing that to me, and let me tell you, that was not fun at all. It was so painful. Not to scare you off or anything, but it was quite painful. But anyways, guys, that is some of my tips on some things to look out for, especially if you are trying to fall pregnant, or if you're not trying to fall pregnant but you think you may be. For me personally, those were the symptoms I got. That's how I just knew I was pregnant. I just knew. Girlfriend, I just knew. I didn't even have to think twice. Literally, I took the test at 5:30 in the morning because I needed to get up and go to the toilet. I was like, oh, fuck it. Like, I'll just do a test. I'm pretty sure I am anyways. So in your head, you're like, oh, I think I am anyways. And then you pee on the stick and it comes up with 2 lines and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I was so happy and excited. I couldn't wait to tell my partner. But yeah, I guess everyone's different. It happens differently for everyone. That's just what it personally did for me. But for all you guys out there who are pregnant or are trying to get pregnant, or, you know, just trying to get some information on signs and symptoms to look out for, I wish you all the best. I am going to wrap up the video here. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below, and hopefully I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye!